Sussex police officer who caused the collapse of two major drugs-related trials by failing to include vital CCTV footage and mobile phone data, and then writing to one of the investigators to ask her not to mention footage even existed, has been given the courtesy of being allowed to remain anonymous. I'm sure had a member of the public done something to cause a trial to collapse, there would be some serious repercussions and would be named and shamed on every newspaper. The police officer involved is said to be a female, although without knowing who the person is, that could easily be untrue in an attempt to help conceal the identity of the person. Even the upcoming misconduct hearing has been ruled that the person should be referred to as Officer A, so again no indication of what gender the plot was there either. In fact, the disciplinary panel have said that they will keep the person anonymous to protect the cop's mental health. In a statement, the panel chairman said, "I agreed to anonymise the officer's details on the basis of the officer's mental health issues and the potential impact the hearing is likely to have on her. There was good evidence provided in support of that. I appreciate that this matter was previously reported in the press. Nonetheless, under the regulations, the matter is for me to determine." Well, you may or may not remember that the now anonymous police officer was in fact Detective Constable Jane Walker. Now, we spoke about her in the original trial back in PAP Reports on the 4th of March this year. I'll pop a link to it up there. Detective Constable Jane Walker was the lead officer in an investigation into an alleged drugs ring operating in Brighton and London, charged with supplying drugs for sex parties known as chemsex. The investigation, dubbed Operation Australia, led to two trials, but the first one collapsed after it was revealed that 32 discs of security footage from banks had not been viewed, logged, disclosed or served in evidence by Detective Constable Walker. A linked trial of two people accused of dealing crystal meth and GBH did not proceed either as a result of that failure. She was then taken off active duties while a criminal investigation by the Independent Office for Police Conduct was conducted. At the time, a spokesman said, "We can confirm a detective constable is subject to a criminal investigation by the IOPC in relation to perverting the course of justice and misconduct in a public office. They will also be investigated for gross misconduct. A criminal investigation does not mean that charges will necessarily follow." At the time of the collapsed cases, Judge Shani Barnes condemned the officer as cavalier, disinterested and dismissive. She said, "I am confronted by an officer in the case admitting in writing that there were discs in a box with surveillance unseen, unscheduled, undisclosed. The attitude she expressed in writing reveals a cavalier, dismissive attitude to her duties as a responsible disclosure officer. She was disinterested in fulfilling her obligation to ensure that all material was viewed, scheduled and, where appropriate, provided to the defence." Detective Constable Jane Walker's misconduct hearing is yet to be set as far as I'm aware. But shh, don't say her name as it might affect her mental health. Walker is yet another of a string of police officers who have been reported on in just the last month from Sussex Police. Although I guess we should be grateful that it wasn't another inappropriate relationship with a vulnerable victim of crime or inappropriate behaviour towards colleagues. Big thank you to channel supporters, one and all, especially these guys. Your support truly helps. Please don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe. Let me know your thoughts, as I know many of you will. And until next time, stay safe, look after each other, film the police and other officials.